Hey guys, this is Page from Beebom.com, and the new OnePlus 70 and the new ROG Phone 2 recently arrived in India. And honestly, I wasn't planning to compare the ROG Phone 2 against the OnePlus 70 because I was expecting it to be priced at rupees 50,000. But well, it launched in India at rupees 37,999, and that is an unbelievable price. And that puts it right next to the OnePlus 70. So the ROG Phone 2 versus the OnePlus 70. Let's get started. So in this comparison, we are going to do points. 1 point for every advantage a phone brings over the other one, and obviously no points for a tie. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, so let the games begin. Starting off with the design here. Okay, so on the design front, both of these phones are good looking. The ROG Phone 2 has the cool ROG logo that lights up and the different patterns that give it a very gaming phone vibe. I like it. The OnePlus 70, on the other hand, is also a premium looking smartphone with its gradient finish and really sleek design. I'm not sure how I feel about the new circular camera module, but hey, the looks are subjective, so I'm not going to give any points here. Moving on, when it comes to the functionality on board, the ROG Phone 2 just kills it. The ROG Phone 2 has the headphone jack, the 70 does not, so the first point goes to the ROG Phone 2. The ROG Phone 2 has two USB-C ports, making it super easy to charge while gaming, while also plugging in accessories. Points for that. That's not all, the ROG Phone 2 has dual haptic motors and air triggers too, the really cool invisible ultrasonic buttons you can use while gaming. For example, I can use these as fire buttons in PUBG Mobile, and it's awesome. Points again for the ROG Phone 2. So lots of points for the ROG Phone 2, and it's off to a big start. Look, I know it's looking one-sided, but the OnePlus 70 should bounce back, hopefully. So next up, both of these phones have stereo speakers, but when I tested them out, I found that the ROG Phone 2 speakers are just louder and just better. See, the OnePlus 70 speakers are nice too, but the ROG Phone 2 just gets the point. Well, it's clear that the ROG Phone 2 is absolutely killing it, but it's time for the OnePlus 7 to get its first point, finally. See, the OnePlus 70 is daily water resistant. I mean, sure, the OnePlus 70 does not have an IP rating, but it is water resistance of some sort, while the ROG Phone 2 does not. So, 4-1. On the front, both the phones have AMOLED displays, but as you can see in the specs here, there's one key difference. So the OnePlus 70's display is nice and smooth at 90Hz refresh rate, but the Asus ROG Phone 2 takes it to the absolute next level with a 120Hz AMOLED panel. This is the world's first 120Hz AMOLED panel, and well, it is gorgeous and super smooth. I mean, coming from a 60Hz display, you do feel the 70's 90Hz display is smooth, but the 120Hz display is even smoother, so it is 5-1 now. The lead widens. When it comes to display quality, the 70's AMOLED panel is a little brighter, but it's not a big difference. And other than that, both the phones have vibrant and sharp AMOLED panels, so I think I'll give this a tie. Also, when it comes to display protection, the ROG Phone 2 has Gorilla Glass 6 on board, which is nice. The OnePlus 70 also has Gorilla Glass, but OnePlus hasn't specified the specific version, so yeah, we'll have to wait on that. Anyway, that was the design and the display. What about the performance? Well, this is where the phones are pretty evenly matched. Both of them have the Snapdragon 855 Plus, the latest and greatest when it comes to Android flagships. Both the 70 and ROG Phone 2 here have 8GB RAM and 128GB storage. So that's exactly the same specs here. So who comes out on top? Well, in the benchmark scores, the OnePlus 70 has marginally better scores for some reason, as you can see. I mean, it's not a big difference, but it is a difference. So OnePlus 70 gets the point. So it's now 5-2. Yeah, it's getting slightly closer, but moving on from the benchmarks, how about the real world performance? Well, it's a very similar experience on both the phones, and it's a good experience. Both the phones are just really fast and snappy. The same can be said for gaming. Well, I played PUBG Mobile on both the phones at HDR and extreme graphic settings, and it was a smooth and nice experience. Yes, both the phones got a little warm, with the ROG Phone 2 a little warmer, but the performance was impeccable. I mean, what can I say? Both these phones have great top-of-the-line performance, so tie here. It remains 5-2. But the ROG Phone 2 does have a slight edge when it comes to gaming. See, it brings a whole lot of goodies, basically accessories to entice you, and well, they're actually pretty good. There's the new ROG gamepad that's very customizable, a new, quieter yet more effective cooler fan, twin dock which features a secondary 120Hz display and packs in a 5000 mAh battery as well, and well, there's a lot more. I mean, if benchmarks get a point, I think these amazing accessories deserve one as well. So 6-2. Moving on to the software now. Here I like the fact that the Oxygen OS on OnePlus 70 and the new UI on the ROG Phone 2 both are very stock Androidish with just the essential features, just the way I like it. Having said that, Oxygen OS on the OnePlus 70 is based on Android 10, which is the latest Android version, while the ROG Phone 2 comes with Android 9 Pie on board. So the OnePlus 70 does bring the latest software here, so points to OnePlus 70. For 6-3, well, OnePlus is obviously playing catch up, but there's still a little bit of time, so let's see what happens. Anyway, apart from the different Android versions, they're both feature-rich UIs with unique customization options like in Oxygen OS, the cool Armory Crate feature in ROG Phone 2. Well, overall, I think you'll be fine with any of these platforms. Both the phones also bring Face Unlock, and well, here's me unlocking both the phones, and as you can see, the Face Unlock is super fast on both of them. Both of them also have the in-display fingerprint scanner, and well, again, I think they are pretty fast and comparable. I mean, it's clear that both the phones are going neck to neck here, but the lead is still with the ROG Phone 2 at 6-3. Moving on to the cameras now, and this is where I think the OnePlus 70 has a chance to get back at the ROG Phone 2. I mean, clearly the ROG Phone 2 isn't a very camera-centric phone, but hey, it's got decent specs. Check it out. You get a 48 megapixel primary camera and an ultra-wide-angle lens on the ROG Phone 2, while the OnePlus 70 brings a 48 megapixel primary camera, an ultra-wide-angle lens, and a telephoto sensor for 2x optical zoom. Great. So how do they compare? Well, here are a few comparison shots in good light. Now, in all of these photos, both the phones are pretty evenly matched when it comes to details and sharpness, but the colors are where the ROG Phone 2 wins it. See, the OnePlus 70 just messes up the white balance at times, and it's just weird and noticeable. So points to the ROG Phone 2. Things change in low light though. In low light, the OnePlus 70 captures photos that are slightly better and overall more detailed, thanks to the wider aperture and OIS. So the OnePlus 70 wins the point here. Moving on to the portrait mode, the ROG Phone 2 comes out on top again, as its photos have better details on the face and more natural skin tones. Let's just zoom in on the face here. See? Here's another photo that shows the same. So points to the ROG. Well, the lead just fails to close. Then there's the ultra wide angle lens. But here both of these phones are decent and comparable. I mean, yes, the ROG Phone 2 does have a slightly wider field of view, but other than that, it's pretty similar, so yeah, I'll give this a tie. Moving on to videos. Now, both the phones can shoot videos in 4K at 60 FPS, so here's a video shot from these phones side by side. Well, as you can see, the quality is decent on both these phones, but the 70 video is obviously more stable, all thanks to OIS and EIS. Plus, the 70 has a super stable mode in 1080p, which the ROG Phone 2 just can't match. So it's 8-5. Now, to be honest, I was expecting the OnePlus 70 to win on the camera front, but well, it's clear that both of these phones have decent cameras, but they both have their advantages and disadvantages, so there's no clear winner. Next up, let's compare the battery, which I'm not sure we even need to. Let's just check out the specs. 6000 mAh versus 3800 mAh. No points for guessing which phone wins here. The ROG Phone 2 is obviously a beast on the battery front. I mean, I'm sure the 120Hz display on the ROG Phone 2 takes up a lot of juice, but even with the display set to 120Hz, the ROG Phone 2 easily lasted me for a day and a half or 2 days, even with a lot of usage. So yeah, it's a great battery. The OnePlus 70 on the other hand also has decent battery, but yeah, it's obviously no match to the humongous battery on the ROG Phone 2. So big point with the ROG Phone 2, 9-5. Well, it'll be tough for the OnePlus 70 to catch up now. Anyway, on the charging front, the ROG Phone 2 Standard Edition comes with an 18-watt fast charger, while the OnePlus 70 comes with the new 30T warp charge. Again, no points for guessing which phone charges faster. The OnePlus 70 takes just 55 minutes to go from 10 to 100%, while the ROG Phone 2 takes 2 hours. I mean, it's not surprising, it's a way bigger battery after all. However, rules are rules, and the OnePlus 70 has the faster charging speed, so it gets the point. It is 9-6. Okay, so we've compared all the major points and the score is 9-6. Yes, the ROG Phone 2 is the clear winner here, and to think about it, I haven't even mentioned a lot of other features it brings. The ROG Phone 2 has useful things like the notification LED, FM radio built in, and it has quad mics, quad Wi-Fi antennas, triple layer cooling, and a lot more. Look, it's clear that this time OnePlus has met its match. The ROG Phone 2 destroys the OnePlus 70. Nobody saw it coming, really. The ROG Phone 2 at Rs 37,999 is more powerful, more feature-packed, insane value for money, and just the better choice here. Look, the OnePlus 70 is a great phone too. It has its few advantages like its more sleek design, water resistance, but the ROG Phone 2 is just the better overall package here. No doubts. That was our comparison of the ROG Phone 2 and the OnePlus 70, but what do you think? Tell us in the comment section below. Also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and if you want us to make more videos like this one. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.